say shout out to Etep Wakuian. There were two kings in Sparta. Etep's one of them. Oh my God! Well, I heard it twice because I still had that tab up. I'm sorry. Anyway, we get back to it. I just want to say his is not the only road show with gummies. All right. This is where we eat them. And this is where we eat them.
And the ape stood and became man.
Hey, where are the white women at?
Fade in.
Vaginas in the rain.
Funny, she doesn't look Jewish.
I am McLovin.
What is he doing? Come on, man.
That's a big Twinkie.
Is this some kind of bust?
Well, it's very impressive, yes, but we need to ask you a few questions.
God damn, there's a lot of stupid bastards walking around. Carry a little pad and pencil with you. You wind up with 30 or 40 names by the end of the day.
Yeah, you fucking.
Hey, everybody, we're all gonna get laid.
Your bargaining posture is highly dubious.
You know what your problem is? You're putting the pussy on a pedestal.
That's the second time I've heard that. What is the pussy on a pedestal thing?
Shit.
Yup.
Prepare ship for ludicrous speed.
Papyrus. Rolling papyrus.
Be excellent to each other. Party on, dudes!
Party on. Listen, okay, this is very important. This is very important as a public service announcement. I have not promoted this enough. We need to get DJ Odyssey in a slave layer costume. The only way we're going to do that is by giving him money. All right? Yeah, some bullshit happened to him, and he needs money to make up monies. But we need to pay him, and we need to do this. This is for the entire community. You know, Ryan Roger, he does interviews with a whole lot of people in the community. And this is a community thing. This is a communal thing. All right? We are coming together to support a man who will do anything for money. And this is for our enjoyment. This is an inspiration. This is a man who is standing up before before everyone, brave, stunning and brave. And he's going to put this on. And Drew Taylor's going to wax his ass, and Pickles and Shellback are going to hold him up in front of the whole community. We're going to protect the ass, the freshly waxed ass of Supreme Heritage.
Nobody's waxing my ass.
How American.
We're already having that little Filipino get up in that ass. And
no.
And we are going. This is for the community, y'all. This is very important.
The original agreement had nothing to do with my ass getting waxed.
Yeah, there have been changes. There have been changes, and you just roll with it, DJ. Just roll with it. All right, just accept it. Just take it, and it's all going to work out. It's all going to work out, DJ. I promise you.
Now I don't feel bad for having you touch your toes back.
We are not going to get into the crazy.
Are you in, Stephen? Are you in?
Are you in? Are you in?
Tina, I told you to keep him under wraps backstage. What happened? What happened, Deej?
We're not backstage no more. We're up in front and center now.
We are front and center. Did I even put the show as live? I don't even know. What? Anyway. Thank you so much for being here, guys. Please support. Seriously, DJ ran into a problem a few months ago. Had to make up some money. So please support his GoFundMe if you can. Greatly appreciate it. And it's for our entertainment, all of us. It's for all of us. This will happen. DJ Odyssey will get into the slave layer costume if we help to recover the money that he had to spend to fix his vehicle. So help a grassroots clay to earth farmer. All right, get into the most embarrassing thing we could possibly think of. And we greatly appreciate that. Thank you so much.
No, there's other things that are more embarrassing, but I figured I would stick at least with nerd culture.
Wherever you stick it. You were talking about, guys, he was talking about bidets, but how do you pronounce that?
A bidet.
Yeah, shooting water up your ass. He was talking about shooting water up your ass.
No, it's not going up your ass. It just sprays your ass and cleans the poo off. You're the one that always says, wash your hands, wash your ass.
You should.
The bidet would do it. And you wouldn't get your hands anywhere near it, so your hands wouldn't get dirty.
I think that is a sound idea. I think it sounds better than paper, but I'm just worried, because what if the pressure is up too high? What happens
It's like a drinking fountain. That's the pressure, like a drinking fountain, not like a shower. Jet.
Hey, Tina.
It's not like they're going to put a fire hose down there.
You don't do that. I'm not going to look at drinking fountains the same way anymore. I'm not the Tina. That's
Sorry.
Why'd you have to use that? I want this. Thank you guys so much for being here. We appreciate you. With me is, of course, wonderful DJ Odyssey. What's going on, DJ? How you been, man? What you been up to?
Well, I'm waiting to see if I survive the night again. We got more storms rolling in for this evening.
Oh, there you go.
So I won't be able to get any good videos of tornadoes of any drop, but I probably could get a video of me flying through the air.
Oh my God! Well, I mean, if that happens to happen, and you can record it for us, like,
well, I'll make sure I'm wearing the Greatest American Hero suit if I'm flying through the air.
Please do.
It'll be a landing just like Ralph. Smash.
Is there any Legion members out there? Can we get a meme of DJ flying around like the Greatest American Hero in a hurricane or a tornado? That'd be great. What's up? Hey, Tina, how you been, sweetheart?
I've been really good. It was a good week. It's warming up and things are growing in Chicago. It no longer looks like the nasty white skies. And we got some great botanists that, went through the Chicago River recently and posted a video all about it. And it was hysterical because they're making fun of this snapping turtle that easily weighs 100 pounds, just like sitting there right in the middle of the river. And probably the only thing alive in the Chicago River, but it was still kind of funny.
That thing's got mean blood. That is a strong turtle, dude. That
wasn't a snapping turtle. That was me in a suit.
Oh, we should have said hi.
I tried, but my little flippers just all I could do because I was trying to do it down low.
Gotcha.
Little flippers, like tiny flippers. You have like itty bitty flipper. Is that what you're trying to say?
Itty bitty flippers.
What's up, Brian? Thank you so much for having me on your channel the other day. It was a lot of. I didn't realize how many people I looked at your list. How many people that you've talked to in the in all of the indie sphere. A lot. There's very versatile list of people, and just want to say, like, who have been your most interesting interviews on your channel, man?
Well, I'd say I'll start off with females because they're a lot rarer. Tina, you're more than welcome to be on. We need all the women we can get. Real women, not trannies. But the most interesting female guest I've had on the show would have to be, it's a toss-up between two. Megan Lear of the Noob Reviews. She's a great guest of Reality Based, a fine woman. The second choice was Saggy Melons, but it's always a great time with Saggy. I'd say the most interesting male guest would have to be this great guy here.
Oh, don't say that.
He's gone to hell and back, folks. More detailed investigations on my end have confirmed that fact. And I'm sure that now, the second dawn, as it were, won't be a false dawn like the last time, but it will lead to a happy sunrise that will hopefully never sunset. So yes, you're the most interesting male guest we've had on Reality Based, and that's saying something because we've had lots of great people on.
Well,
Tina's more than welcome to be on, and so is Deej as well, to go through their origins and happenings as
Ryan, can I just suggest that when you're talking about female guests, you don't say toss off or toss it up or something? I wouldn't say that.
A different terminology, Deej. You can't do that to him. He's 23. He's inexperienced. So
okay, we'll have to teach him. We'll take him under our wing and teach him.
Women are always welcome.
Well, if I went on to Ryan's show, it'd be my sons would be incredibly embarrassed because Ryan's as old as my oldest child is. So be like, great, wow, you're gonna grow my channel by having my mom on. Awesome.
Damn.
That wouldn't be a problem for me because my mom's dead. So you're happy to be on.
That's some dark humor. I didn't know where to go with that. That caught me by surprise. I didn't know that was in your guess.
Yep, my mom is dead and my dad's dying. So I gotta keep on going, and hopefully I can keep on growing. So yeah.
That's what that's what every man hopes. They just keep on growing, but eventually it stops, and there's nothing we can do about that. What's up, Keely Chow? How you doing, bro? Good to see you.
Unless you take the blue pill, Stephen.
I mean, I'm saying if there's like an option to get, like a bionic extension, I'm down, but like, will there be attachments? Like, can you do different things with it? Because if I'm going to go that far, I want to be able to, dust
a DLC dick.
Yes.
He wants an egg beater on that thing so he can make an omelet.
Yes. Yeah. Lord knows. Guys, thank you so much for being here. Greatly appreciate you. Please remember to slash the like button, share out the link. We're having some fun today. We got a great panel of people. And just want to say hi to the chat real quick. What is up, Keely Chow? Good to see you. Chris Stanley is in the chat. What's going on, brother? Thank you so much for being here. King of the Squibs. Hail. Good to see you. What's up, Zax? Love you, brother. Link in the chat if you are able to come through. Small Time Republic is here. What's going on, dude? Appreciate you so much, man. A lot of good, cool names in this chat. Like Awesome One. Drunk 3PO hails you all on this what?
Super Day.
Oh, super. Are you sure?
Yeah, Super Day.
Okay.
Someone's messing with you, man. It's in the name.
Oh, I can't read. I can't read already, man.
How American of you.
American. That's what I was thinking.
Hey.
It's
the gummies.
Funny American.
The gummies already.
What's up? Hails the Thai Prophet, fellow writer in the community. Good to see you, man. Thank you so much for stopping by. Really appreciate all you guys. Please remember to, where you at, bro? Your neck is killing you. You've been giving me shit since yesterday, Tickle Trump.
That's because his wife has been sitting on his face for so long.
All right, brother. All right, stay in the chat. Mod for me, man. Appreciate you. Hope you
Sit
feel
on my
better.
face and tell me that you love
What's
me.
up, Matt? How you doing? What's Gucci, my ninjas? What's going on, dude? Guys, please go check out Mad Barber Entertainment. They're playing with barbarians over there and having a great time. Good crew, man. Love Mad, Slender Dad, Little Chad, I think, is hanging out over there. Good to see you, man. Oh, you know what? Hold up. Hold on, Mad. We gotta do something. I'm sorry. This is all right, Tina. You watched the show. You watched an entire TV show for him and Sporka News podcast. And what happened?
They stopped after like the second week. I mean, and there were seasons, like 5 seasons of the OC, and I watched the whole thing. During every lunch break, before and after dinner every night. My husband's crying next to me, going, "God, get this soap opera off here!" And no, they gave up after 2 weeks.
The slaving and sacrifice that was made by Tina Bojan, Mad, to watch the show, denied her husband sex to watch the show for y'all. What happened? What's going on? You gotta get on your game, bro.
Talk about free to play, ladies and gentlemen.
That's a damn shame. What Mr. I swallowed a Viagra that got stuck in my throat. Stiff neck for hours, Dad. Oh, okay. Thank God you weren't around backstage. DJ Odyssey made me bend over and say some shit, and I fell for the whole.
Are you in, Stephen?
Oh my God.
Are you in?
This is called learning from the mistakes of others in more ways than one.
Please.
All I did, folks, this is all I did was have him stand up, bend over, touch his toes, and then told him to spell run. That was it. He fell for it. I can't help it.
I can't. Look, I was trusting my friend. Thank you, Ryan. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Congratulations, you've officially gained U.S. citizenship. You've passed the test.
Damn. You're a savage motherfucker from across the pond. God damn. Okay, hold on. I'm sorry. Real quick. I'm sorry, guys. I know it's been a slow start. There's a response, Tina.
Oh, okay. All right. I'll give Scott a break. I remember how hard it was for my husband to raise my 2 sons and my nephew when all the rest of us were working 2 jobs and going to school and stuff. So, all right, I'll give Scott a break. But if you do it again to me, never. Won't forgive you after that.
Damn.
Watch out, man. She's got a lot of pent-up rage. That's bad take, Bojan. She's been in this community taking shit from everybody for years. All right? It's pent up, Mad. Watch yourself, bro. Start the show.
Mad and Mad Cheesemo, if you ask me.
He said, no one said give him a break. I said give him the blame. Absolutely. That's how you treat Scotty. You gotta smack him around a little bit. His head gets too big. You know, and I think it's because he has no hair. It just expands
Like
a
a
little more
balloon.
than a
You
regular
gotta
head
pop
should.
it.
Well, you know, kind of like a bobblehead doll, right? You ever seen one of them, Ryan? You ever seen the bobblehead dolls? You ever see those? Yeah, yeah. That's Scott, like with on the spork. That's what he looks like. You know, and I understand. You got to smack his ego around a little bit. You got to keep him down. This channel, I have 2 YouTube channels now, and my subs are more than his now on those 2 channels. And that might not be mathematically correct, but that's what I believe. Okay, because I live in that. Okay, thank you so much. Appreciate you, guys.
U.S. citizen.
I'm going to come at you, Brett. I'm going to come in. All right, so we're going to talk about 2 different things real quick before we get into the meat of today's topics. And let's, DJ, you know what? I haven't heard anything about this Babylon 5 cartoon. So can you bring that up? And
yeah, I'd like to know where the hell have you been, that it's been everywhere the last few weeks.
Recovering from abuse. No, I've been all right, man. Building channels and working and doing all kinds of shit, bro. I don't go on Twitter like that. Twitter is so toxic. You know, I go on Twitter to check messages and look at Saggy Moun's feed because she's always fucking with somebody.
Elsewhere besides Twitter, though, man. It's everywhere. It's everywhere, man. It's everywhere.
All right. Well, tell me about this, man.
All right. Here, I'll just share this with you right now. It's about the Babylon 5, The Road Home, voice cast unveiled now. So now, J. Michael Straczynski, he's got a movie. It's already filmed. It's already canned. It's everything. It's done. It's just waiting to get released this summer. Really? And they have announced the voice actors in it. And what we are getting is Babylon 5, The Road Home is will continue the story from 1990s. This is not a reboot. This is not a reimagining. This is same story. This just continues with travel across the galaxy with John Sheridan as he unexpectedly finds himself transported through multiple timelines and alternate realities in a quest to find his way back home.
Okay.
And we have Bruce Boxleitner will be John Sheridan.
Nice.
Claudia Christian will be Susan Ivanova.
Yeah, that's my
Peter
girl.
Gerarek is Londo Malari. Billy Mummy is coming back as Lanier. Nice. Tracy Scroggins is coming back as Elizabeth Lockley. And Patricia Tallman is coming back as Lita.
Nice.
Plus, they have voice actors to fill in for the parts of the departed
I know.
cast members.
Because that's my favorite character on the show.
Well, we got Paul Guyett will be Zathras. So we're getting Zathras. Okay. And he'll also be Jeffrey Sinclair. We have Anthony Hansen will be Michael Garibaldi. Mara Junot as a reporter and a computer voice. Who cares? We got Phil Lamar as Dr. Stephen Franklin. Patwara Michaels as David Sheridan. And then we have Andrew Morgato will be Jakar. And Rebecca Ridley will be Delenn.
Okay. All right. That's a lot of... Oh, I didn't realize so many of them weren't around anymore.
That's we've lost a lot, and not even all of them are listed here because, even First is no longer around. So he's not listed in this one, so I don't. But in the next couple of weeks, we're also supposed to be getting more information on what the story is about, all this and that, and then finally we will hear where it's going to be shown, probably HBO Max, my guess. They haven't announced it yet. Or it might even be in theaters. Who knows?
So if Zathras is involved, then they're going to use Epsilon 3, the machine, and it's got to have. It's going to be. I mean, if they do it well, it'll be. I would think it would be a part of the time traveling done with Sinclair, and that all like season 3. The things that.
Well, it'll also continue at the end when we saw Sinclair went off to die, but he didn't die. He was taken out of the rim with the others. I think this is a story of him trying to get back to Delenn.
You think? Like after his life force? Didn't he have a time limit on how many?
Well, he had a time limit, and he left. He went out in one of the White Stars to die.
Right, and then
the first one showed up and took off with him.
Right.
So I think that technically he's not dead.
No, I guess he's not dead. He's with them. They could keep him alive. They had the technology. They're the oldest races in the galaxy. You know what? That'll be cool to watch. When's it coming out? This summer?
It'll be out this summer. It's already been filmed. It's already been canned. Everything is done with it.
Nice.
They just have not released the date on when it will come out. They've just announced that it will be this summer.
Tina, what do you think? You're a B5 fan.
No, I've never watched it.
Oh, you never watched it? Damn, I thought that Ryan was the only one who never watched it.
Hey, look, Babylon 5, No Way Home sounds great to me.
I'm sorry, I messed up on that one. I my bad. All right, well, DJ, I'm looking forward to it.
They should release it on the 4th of July. It'd be a good day for it to be released.
It would go up against a lot of films, though.
Oh,
and I think something like that's like a neat. Well, it's not. It's going to be on a streaming service, right?
I'm pretty sure it'll probably be on a streaming service, probably HBO Max, since it's all Warner Brothers.
It's a TV movie, essentially. Doesn't sound very good.
We're getting all the remaining actors that are alive back in.
Yeah, that's awesome.
You think that Babylon 5, it has a very solid core audience that they should try and release it, at least in American cinemas, because that's where it was most popular.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the thing is like, I understand where DJ's coming from, because we're getting all the remaining actors to come back and voice, which is going to be great. I love hearing Ivanova again. She's such a tough, mean bitch. But it was something that, unfortunately, all those actors are gone. There's a lot of beloved characters in that show. Like B5 is like my other Star Trek. I love that show. I love that series. But we're not going to get what we got in Picard, where, like it or not, we actually got the original TNG cast together one last time before, they're hitting their, well, at least Patrick Stewart's, he's up there in age. You never know if we're going to see them again or what's going to happen to any of them. So I'm looking forward to it. I am. Yeah, that's where I'm at with that. So let me go through the chat, because I know, it's something about non-binaries. Why are you bringing up non-binaries in here? The Time Prophet says Babylon 5 will be taken over by non-binary aliens. That's a thing? Why wouldn't that be a thing? Maybe. I don't know.
Taken over by demons.
Yes, awesome one saying, man, Jonathan was making bank off super means thing. Oh, good. Are you having an aneurysm? Are you okay?
He's fucking trolling you, man.
Is he? I can't understand it.
It's the awesome one.
I think this will either take place during season 3, but it could be after the original show, and they could get back to B5 and go through time again for some reason. Yes, it would have been awesome if you're up here saying that. But yeah. I don't know. It's an interesting. You know what? DJ Odyssey is more often right than wrong on his predictions. To be fair, so like that
which is scary. Which is scary.
Yeah. So you might be right. Let's see. Anybody else? Y'all just thank you guys so much for being here. Appreciate you. But the Time Prophet says, "Isn't the 4th of July the day the British let the Americans do their own thing?" Okay.
13 years you had to fight to get your independence.
He's like 13. He's like 13 years, bitch. I was riding that ass.
And then they came back a couple of decades later and tried it again and got their asses whooped.
Well, that was Canada. We let Canada try to have their way with you, while we were just sitting back and relaxing as they burned your White House to the ground. But
yeah, but then they used some gators and powdered their behinds and sent them back.
Although if we did it today, you'd probably say we did you a favor. Oh no!
All right, we're gonna have a rematch here.
How's things in Pink Bunny Land?
We're ready for any British attack, so bring it on.
Well, my first salvo, as it were, I can't reach it. Come here, Steven Seagal.
All right. Well,
Good salvo is Steven Seagal movie collection.
I counter with Grogu.
Well, considering your thing's built on wires, I think Steven Seagal will be fine. We'll just use his many stunt doubles. Oh my!
I'm sorry, Tina. I don't know what happened. They needed that. They were having a cockfight, continental cockfight, and I let them into it.
That's always a good plan.
Okay. I just get out the way of the cockfights, Tina. You got to get out the way. The cock's fighting booth. Get out the way. You don't want to be in the middle of that.
I'm Chinese now. I'm now British.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm Chinese. I'm Hong Kong in a person.
Listen, Tina, I'm doing this interview with this man, and out of nowhere, he says, "I am proud to be white." Done. I was like, "Oh my God, you don't say that. I'm a liberal, and I know you don't say that."
You can't play as Respucia Lattimore, Stephen. I know you're proud to be white.
Well, I'm proud to truffle shuffle.
Oh my God! Oh dear God, what has happened? Guardians of the Galaxy, Tina. We watched it. God, didn't we watch it?
Tina, don't do what Deej just did.
I feel like I got something in my mouth.
I just blinded Mr. Trickle Trunk.
Now the man's got a hurt neck and he's fucking blind. Good job. All right, man. What do you? Yes, Tina. Guardians of the Galaxy. Let's do our little review of that.
Alrighty, sounds good. I'll also pull up the box office numbers for this week.
And then we're going to talk about Trump after that. If y'all are here for Trump, we're going to do the Trump thing next, I promise. Right. So what we got here, babe?
Yeah, so it looks like they're doing pretty well in terms of the fact that it was the lowest MCU summer release ever, but it's also the best second. It has the best second week hold of anything since the pandemic for the MCU. So
okay.
So they're, unfortunately though, they're at 400 million and they need to be at least 750 million to break even, according to Ryan Cannell, who I saw on a video earlier today. So those are the numbers. But my numbers for the movie are a 5 out of 10. I did not like this movie. I actually enjoyed Thor: Love and Thunder better, even though that was a bad movie.
Wow. There is some things that we can't have on Rogue. Tina, I'm sorry, you can't be here anymore.
Tina enjoyed it when Thor was completely naked. That's why she liked it. I have to say, though, personally, I enjoyed Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, mainly because of the animal torture.
That was kind of one of the things I didn't like about it. But I will, I have my whole bad taste thing. I'll tell you, the villain was great. Much better than Kang is coming across. Totally believe that. I thought the first 20 minutes was great. The battle, the saving of the people they saved. I don't know if we're talking spoilers or not. And in the end, I thought it was really, really sweet. I cheered up a couple of times. But other than that, the pacing was horrible. The music was horrible. It wasn't integrated into the film at all. It was like all of a sudden, I kind of felt like the old days where like, okay, you stop the VCR, play a song, and then start the VCR again, stop the song. I mean, there was just,
gotcha.
It was ridiculous. It's definitely a movie not meant for children. I wouldn't bring anyone under the age of, 11 or 12 because it's way too much animal torture, showing way too much of the gore. I mean, I know that's the thing for James Gunn, but they spent 2/3 of the movie yelling at each other, for which I thought was no reason. It was like, oh, we don't know how to show any other emotion, so we're just going to scream. But I do have to admit that I didn't catch the F-bomb. I knew there was one in there. When it was all over, my husband had to tell me when it actually happened. So I have to admit that was integrated well into the dialogue. It's not like they made a big deal about, look here, I'm the first guy to, to say fuck on the MCU. So
right.
But
okay.
Yeah.
All right. I went with my kid, and the animal torture. I didn't really think of the animal torture like that, but it was the story itself drew me in to what he had gone through. One of the lines in the movie. Oh God, I can't think of her name. The sister. Oh my God, why can't I think of her name?
Nebula.
Yeah, Nebula says, like, this is worse than what my father did to me. Like, I understand. It's definitely adult. It is not something that you want to bring a young child to. No way, not at all. There was a lot of gapping back and forth. I agree, Tina. There was a lot of fighting back and forth. Some of it I really liked, though. So the relationship between the characters, I've actually grown to like Guardians of the Galaxy. That's my favorite. I think out of all, like my favorite groups out of all the MCU has given us, and I enjoyed it. That's 8 out of 10 for me. That's how much I liked it. I think it's definitely worth a watch, guys, and I hope that it hits. I hope it hits 750 like Ryan Cannell's predicting. I mean, says that for it to break even. I hope it goes beyond that. Really, it deserves it because we got Brie Larson and the Marvels coming up next. All right, come on, y'all.
That's gonna bust. There's no way that film is gonna make its money back. In fact, in my view, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is the last good MCU film we'll probably ever have.
Bull, because we got Deadpool coming out next year.
Yeah, yes. we got Deadpool coming, and
PG-13 Deadpool brought to you by Disney.
No, it's going to be R. Deadpool, they've already said it's going to be a rated R. It's going to be Deadpool and Wolverine.
Good. Yeah, I think the last nail in the coffin for the MCU would be if they made Deadpool PG-13. I still love the show. There's a lot of things that I'm looking forward to. I mean, I'm gonna see the Marvels, not because I like Brie Larson, but I like the what's her face Rambo, was it Monica Rambeau character? I thought that Ms. Yeah, that one. But I thought that the Ms. Marvel series was really cute. I watched it with my niece, who's the age range, the target market for that series. I liked how it was very family oriented, and so I'm going to see them. I honestly think they're going to minimize Brie Larson's involvement because even with the Fast and the Furious 10 coming up, she's in like less than a second of the trailer that they're showing in the movie theaters.
They put her in that movie to kill the franchise because that thing just keeps on going and it keeps on growing. Put Brie Larson in. We got to kill this Vin Diesel family. For fuck's sake, just end it, Brie Larson. Our secret weapon to stop Vin Diesel. I am Groot.
I'm going to go see the new Fast and Furious movie because we watched all the previews. And the Marvels was in there. Real quick before I get to that, I'm going to go see it because it's ignorant and completely unreal that this series is going on as long as it has. It used to be one of my favorite. I cannot believe it's still going. So I'm gonna support it. I'm gonna ride the wave until it dies because I'm unbelieving. The Marvels, the trailer for the Marvels was pretty good actually, and it made me go from. I'm not going to go see this to I might review this. I don't know. I might actually see it to review it. I think you're right. The feel in it, especially for the Monica Rambeau character or the actress playing her, she was pretty cute, funny, light. And I'm not hateful or I don't have any like real hate against the Kamala Khan character. So I don't care. I'm going to see what Brie's acting skills are. I want to actually judge and see how she does as an actress in this film with this story. Because she said something really dumb several years ago, but then she ain't really said much else. She really hasn't. So I am going to give it a chance because the trailer made me say, you know what? I think I'll give this a chance. You know what? I also want to give it a chance. And I can't believe I'm saying The Flash. I'm gonna go see The Flash because I want to see Michael Keaton Batman. I'm gonna go see it. I know. I'm gonna be seeing Ezra Miller going. But you got to be when you're reviewing these things. You got to remove yourself a little. You got to look at like the material that's being presented. I think so. I'm going to see how he does and see what the script is. I really want to see Michael Keaton. I want to support that. That's something that I've always wanted to see, even though I don't. Even though I don't like the actor. or some of the direction that franchise made. And I think that someone better could have played the Flash. But Batman '89 was a moment for me. Batman Returns. Those are two of my favorite movies of all time. They're my go-tos, or some of them.
I mean, I can still picture standing in line in a ridiculously long line. It was at least 8 blocks long to get into the theater for Batman '89. I was thrilled. It was one of the first comic movies in forever for me, and I was graduating high school when it came out, and that year, and everything was perfect yet. I hadn't really become an adult yet. I was completely embracing the comic book movie, and I was just so excited, even though I wasn't a DC person. I mean, I was very much into the Midnight Suns, so and Moon Knight, those type of darker street level Marvel characters, but still, I mean, I couldn't deny how it just made me remember what it was like to watch the original series on television in the '70s when I was a tot. So yeah, so I mean, I get also wanting to see Michael Keaton again because I mean I really enjoyed his Batman, but I think I have to walk the walk in terms of, letting my money talk, in a sense that ever since Tom Cruise insulted Brooke Shields and the use of, medication for postpartum. I mean, even though he supposedly apologized years later, I still don't care. I haven't seen a Tom Cruise movie ever since then, which was about the same time that I gave birth the first time. So it was, and I also had postpartum depression, so it really kind of hit me hard. And so I feel the same way about Ezra Miller. It's not so much that I'm angry at him. I mean, I think what he has done is wrong, but I don't like the fact that he gets to keep his job, but other actors who have been accused but not proven to do anything wrong have lost great big movie deals, and just don't think it's fair. So my little $20 adventure just isn't going to get into the hands of Warner Brothers.
Tina's taking a hard line. Good for you, sweetheart.
Although I will say, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to check out a great comic book movie, the one that nearly killed comic book movies, The Batman and Robin. It was a wonderful film with Arnold Schwarzenegger at the top, with George Clooney and Chris O'Donnell and Alicia Silverstone. A fantastic movie, in my view. And Uma Thurman, who was trying to kill everyone with her lips. Which lips, though? That's for you to decide.
Oh, my Lord. I liked Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze. I think he could have played a great Mr. Freeze if given a better script. Those films were such a disappointment, especially such a Batman Returns, which was so dark and awesome and different than the cartoons had ever been. I really enjoyed that. What's up, Brightest Day? Good to see you, dude. What's up, man? I guess we're gonna go into Donald Trump next, the Fox News article, and do that while the Brits here, so you can laugh at us.
All right, well, let me
stop.
Yeah, I'll stop the Guardians thing and queue up Fox when you're ready.
Okay, thank you so much. He says Moonlight was awful. His Cockney accent was worse than Dick Van Dyke. I don't know. I didn't see it. Tina told me I should watch it though, so I might watch it. What do you think, Tina? Or no, I'm sorry, you're busy. What do you think of Moon Knight? I'm sorry,
I've never seen it, so
you never saw it.
No,
I thought that the I've never really known the character. The description of it that I had heard from Tina and other people was interesting, but I just never got around to watching it. He has to take off. Okay, he says Mr. Ticklestrunk has to go. He can't type and rest his retarded neck. All right, well, thank you very much for almost showing up.
Canadian medical health care, Mr. Tickletrunk. I'm sure you'll be fine.
So, I'll see you later, bro. No, I hope you feel better, bro. Thank you so much, dude. I appreciate you. And Ty Prophet says, Ryan, you meant the bat nipples.
Yeah, Ryan loved the bat nipples.
Oh my!
What is up, Zombie Box? Hey man, you know what? We don't kink shame here. We don't kink shame, but days or whatever we don't kink shame here.
You may not, but I do.
So honestly, Tina, I was looking to find an article to talk about the town hall. I just want to talk about like the points that were made or the discussion point, things like that. And I couldn't. It was like 2 pages of this through my search engine, and it was all everybody's pissed off at CNN for every Donald Trump. He's talking. They're letting him on air. These people are listening to his words, and it's not right. And that's all I heard from like every single news outlet, not every single news outlet, but every link that I had saw or seen. All I wanted to do was know his talking points, but I couldn't even get to his talking points because of I had to go to find and literally put in Fox News. Let me go somewhere where I know they're going to give me some information. It's a day. DJ, what's going on in the country? How come we can't hear Donald Trump speak? What's wrong
because
with that?
There's a bunch of whiny ass people that doesn't want to hear anything but their own little echo chambers.
Is the orange man that bad? Is he really that bad?
I'm amazed that CNN had him on. I'm honestly
CNN is desperate for any viewership right now.
Mm-hmm.
They are that desperate.
They are desperate. They done messed up. They put all their money in the lemons and all the other. It didn't work out.
CNN
we knew
Plus.
it.
You guys remember CNN Plus? They're gonna fall faster than CNN Plus.
I don't even remember CNN Plus. That's how fast it went.
I've had live streams longer than CNN and Plus lasted.
I don't know. He's not that bad. Like from the outside looking in, because I wasn't even really invested in politics at that time. First off, okay, it was a great show. There was debates. First, 16, great show. He wasn't bad over those 4 years. If anything, that president had to fight its own government most of that time.
And the civil service establishment trying to stab him in the back with every.
The funny thing is, if anybody actually listens to Trump, half his policies is classic liberal.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's not Republican. He is not. And people just don't get that. I think all of this is manufactured because they are afraid of what he could accomplish. The progress he was making closing the southern border, the progress he was making stopping the humans that like to play in traffic with other people.
Human trafficking, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's
ensuring peace in the Middle East, stopping the Russians from getting any bright ideas.
Tell the Chinese, y'all motherfuckers need to pay.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
No new wars. A few airstrikes here and there, but no new wars.
Yeah, it was Clinton tactics. Oh, just lob something.
Actually tried to pull us out of areas that the own military in the background was stabbing them in the back, lying to them, keeping people in there.
No wonder he wants to go back in, put his own loyalists in, and when he says jump, they will definitely say how high, because they all want to be his successor.
And I hope he does that this time. Oh, I'm sorry to interrupt. I hope he does that this time because he didn't go in and clear everybody out and replace them with his cronies like every other administration has done throughout history.
He really does need to do that, because if one of his loyalists does very well when he or she is put in, Trump could name that loyalist a potential successor. And get plenty of rewards as a result, getting Trump's recommendation, as it were. I know DeSantis is a fine candidate in his own right by basic political standards, compared to other slimy politicians. But a recommendation from Trump can get you quite far, but it's not enough on its own.
Exactly.
When he first went in there, it seemed like he was running it like a company. With the corporation of the United States. And I think the reason that he kept a lot of people that were from the previous administration or that weren't a part of his team was because he needed them. He needed to learn from them. He needed the access they already had. They were already people that were already used to that job and could relay that information. I just I think he underestimated the Matrix when he glitched it.
Never underestimate the establishment. They're like sharks. So long as there's no blood in the water, they'll be fine. They'll go right past you. But as soon as they smell blood in the water, they try to gobble you up. Because if you're not a threat to them, they don't censor you, and they certainly don't ban you. So long as you're not a threat to them. That's how we great guys and gals can, be under the radar, so to speak.
Tina, what's this? Is this one of our favorite politicians?
Oh, yeah, I just wanted to scroll down into the article where, AOC was trying to, tell everyone how horrible Trump is, which, because we know her take is on spot. So.
I kind of love her for the fact that when she first showed up, she was elected originally. She had no money for an apartment or whatsoever, nothing. But now she's worth some shit like that.
Yeah.
Just a few years of being in Washington. Where the hell do these politicians come up with all this damn money?
She's getting paid. She's a loud voice. They're like, look at this idiot who will say anything. She could be over here being loud as shit, stirring up all the crazies, and we could be over here acting like, yeah.
Extorting taxpayers, Steve.
Like,
that's the answer.
Yeah.
They're extorting the taxpayer.
Yeah. And AOC wasn't the only one, as you can see here. There were plenty of other liberals trying.
Mehdi Hassan, a British import, fucking bastard. It's a good thing you Yankees have him now. He was a radical in the United Kingdom, so much so that he was driven out and went to the United States. Piers Morgan did that for a time, but he came back because even you fuckers didn't like him.
Ryan, stop sending us your trash. Stop sending. We have enough crazies over here. Control it, all right? Build a wall, something.
No. Our problems will become your problems.
It's messed up. I don't like this symbiotic relationship that we've had for 250 years. I don't like this at all. It's like an abusive cousin. I don't like it.
Well, you learn from the best, Yankee.
You're son of a whatever. Fish and chips, whatever. So I thankfully I don't know some of these people. But I didn't listen to the news, Tina. Were you listening to the news when all this went off? Was this like, have they been doing this for days and days? Or the minute after the town hall happened?
During the town hall.
They were doing it before the town hall. They were sitting there going, how could CNN do this? They need to cancel that. They don't need to be showing him on.
Why not? If you want to have a conversation, I mean, and what he went there for God's sakes. He went to CNN. He's talked all kinds of shit about fake news forever.
And correct me if I'm not wrong, but a moderator is supposed to moderate between the people asking the questions and the person on the panel answering them. Not to sit there and argue with the guy on the stage throughout the entire thing.
Look at that dragon demon, probably a narcissist.
Nasty woman. Nasty woman.
Same with AOC. All of these fucking demonic creatures who play off of people's fears, who aren't even comedic about it. These are demons, parasitic demons who want what the people have, because government is nothing without the people that they leech off through taxation. And
it's comical. They cut the town hall 20 minutes short.
Because they realized, well, we're fucked. We got to retreat, pull back to the next defensive stronghold.
See, I think that they put a woman in the role of the moderator in the hopes that Trump would come off as being chauvinist and rude.
Rather right in the pussy, so to speak.
He was clueless, though.
Exactly. I mean, and Trump's not stupid. He may not always filter, because I realize that, even in my business career, I realize that there's some times that you need some emotional intelligence, and Trump doesn't have that. He needed somebody in his administration to take that phone away and say, okay, Mr. President.
He needs a handler.
Yeah, you need to take a break. I mean, because every other politician in the world has an entire staff of people, managing their,
like an advisor, a director general, a sort of strategist.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. They're running the social media for the official. But in this case, he was kind of, I mean, I'm not trying to compare him to Reagan in terms of how, the administration ran and their policies. But exactly, they're both actors. And the way that Reagan sat down and did that fireside chat with the American public, he was very, because he had those acting skills, could speak to the public really well. Well, Trump did the same thing. He doesn't use a lot of fancy language. He speaks from deep inside exactly what he thinks. He doesn't give two shits about who he's upsetting or why. And the people just didn't understand that they couldn't put a filter on him. They couldn't control this character, because what does he have to lose? He wasn't taking a salary for the entire administration. He wasn't trying to use any of it to his own financial gain.
Money. He lost millions. Now his family may have gained a fortune for all I know, but him personally, his personal wealth went down. And unfortunately, that's the final thing I can say on this show, because I'm running out of time.
Yes. It's at the top of the hour.
All right, well, tell them where they can find you, Ryan.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, keep watching this show. I'm off to another show, but keep watching this one, because the author, Stephen Walton, is a great guy, but promises made, promises kept, to quote Donald Trump. You can find me at Ryan Roger Athay on YouTube, Twitter. I do have a Facebook, but I let my father use it. So if you receive any strange messages, Stephen, ignore them.
Okay.
And I'm also on, did I say Instagram? I don't remember. I have Biden Blooper Brain. So thank you all very much for watching. And until next time, bye for now. Bye, guys.
See you later,
Have
brother.
a great night.
Bye.
Good night.
Memes is here. What's up, Memes? Good to see you, brother. Thank you so much. Would have caught that before he split out, but he was in the middle of a Ryan. I didn't want to blooper him. You gotta. He's like, we took him in. He's a little slow, but it's because he's British. All right, so please continue, Tina.
No, actually, I was pretty much done. It's the whole they couldn't put a filter on the president. They couldn't control him. He didn't give a bit about what the three-letter agencies thought. So that's what it is.
Tina, what you're telling me is that we went from a president who wouldn't stop spelling to one that can't spell. And I was supposed to believe that he got as many votes as he did. I want to go too far to God, fuck it, just speak it. After the last election, I don't trust it. I don't trust the system. I don't trust the election system at all. That was the strangest election I had ever seen in my life, and it was amazing how it turned out.
Biden never left his basement.
He stood in a couple circles. Biden stood in a couple. Remember, it was only like 10 people was allowed there, and they had a bunch of circles so people could be spread from the coof. But it was only a couple circles that was usually full of people. And he stood outside in a park every now and again.
And now you got the Democrats that say they're going to refuse debates with other Democrats against Biden.
Hold on. They're going to stop they're not going to do the Democratic
The
debate?
DNC has already stated there will be no debating Biden from other Democrats. They are not going to allow it. Biden is their nominee.
That's it.
Yep. And I bet you if Biden does win the nomination, I bet you they will do everything they can to format the debates in such a way that Biden will be able to, they'll just be able to shield him from answering certain questions. I mean, they'll do the whole cut the mic thing on on Trump or whatnot, because I just don't think they're going to let Biden debate anybody, especially Trump.
Tina, he can't.
Well, RFK Jr. has thrown his hat in the ring to go Biden for the Democratic nominee.
That's
so
true.
Is that Marianne Williams? She's thrown her hat in the ring against him. He's polling at least 20% right now.
The last poll I saw, I don't think it was very large. It had Biden with a 37% and Kennedy with a. Oh, go ahead.
Guys, I don't understand. I don't understand.
All right. The polling I seen, there were some polls that had Trump up 49% to 42% or something. Mm-hmm. And there was other polls that 57% of Democrats didn't even want Biden to run again.
Crazy.
Yeah, the DNC has already announced that Biden is their man. There's going to be no others going against him for the nomination.
There you all go. We're going up against Papa.
Anyway, so but I must tell you, I don't have a near-term answer.
I don't feel any threat.
The RNC is trying to do the same shit though, because even after this town hall, the RNC would not quote anything from this town hall that Trump said. They're trying to figure out a way of bringing somebody else in and trying to get rid of Trump too. They're working with the Democrats to do anything they can to get rid of Trump.
Because it's the establishment. They're working together. Yep. That's an outside force. That's how it was. That's how he was treated the entire time. I thought it was funny. I can't believe he won. And then I was like, all right, let me see what happens. And I watched as the entire world did everything they could to block one president from doing anything, even within our own government. Like that's really changed my mind on a lot of things. I had voted for Clinton. I voted for the establishment, and then I saw that happen to someone. It went from like this is funny as hell. There is somebody up there telling these people like it is. There's the not playing by their rules and doing his own thing. I didn't think he was going to win, but I love the ride. And then once he did, the entire matrix collapsed around him. And you know who paid for it, guys? We did. We all paid for it. Rising costs, BS narratives that were put out there that had us on lockdowns. We paid for that. We paid for the establishment getting mad that someone that was outside of their traditional system got into the most powerful office in the entire world. And that pissed me off. And it also pissed me off with the last election cycle, because I don't, in my opinion, think it was fair. I think there's enough evidence out there to show that. We were forced to kneel by the
even if you don't buy into the fact that things were rigged at the polls and shit, they were still rigged with big tech and media. Yes. Because they refused stories that would have changed outcomes. They refused to give out the truth. They wanted to protect a certain party the whole way.
Well, it's not even that. It's protecting like them, really, because I think they all work together. To be honest, throughout the whole thing, I think some of the Republicans did what they could to get what they could from him, because they had some of them tried to show face, but I think a lot of them are working against him. When it comes to everybody protecting everyone's crooked money, I think that he was fighting against the entire. It's not so much that it was Donald. It's not that it was Donald Trump as a person. It is the circumstances and how things progressed from the time that this person was elected, and how the world reacted to it, and how the positive things that he had done never really got any shine. They never promoted that. It was always bullshit, toxic people on social media everywhere, spurging out from everyone. It wasn't just the blue hair. It was everywhere, spurging out over one person. Orange man, bad orange. It showed you the hive mind mentality on an international scale.
Yeah, it's like he got all those 3 countries in the Middle East to sign peace treaties with freaking Israel.
He walked into North Korea.
He walked right into North Korea. No security, no nothing. He walks right in there and shook his hand.
I think that was the most amazing thing ever. I mean, I am not this, a simp for Trump at all. I mean, I liked having a businessman in the office of the president for the first time, but just the I don't give a shit attitude that he just I don't care what anybody thinks. I'm literally going to walk into this country that we've never had good relationships with ever. I'm going to cross the border and I'm going to go see. It wasn't that hard. They're just people. They need to talk. I'm not saying you can say anything nice about the North Korean government, but at least Trump was looking at it like any other negotiation.
Right.
And I will point out, there was 4 years Ukraine didn't have to worry about being invaded.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There was 4 years there.
Yeah, because he wouldn't have played. He'd have looked at, he got an ego on him. That's one of his weaknesses. He just kept talking and talking and talking and wouldn't shut the fuck up.
Let's see. Ukraine
if Russia had challenged, if anybody challenged him like openly like that, he would have took us to war if he had to. I think so. But
Ukraine only invaded. Russia only invaded Ukraine during Obama's years, and now Biden's years.
Well, they're all establishment, man. Hey, man, look, I need to do this. Yeah, I'm the other big guy on the block. You need to let this go. Of course they did. Like I'm not a Trump simp either. Like I said, to me, this isn't about Donald Trump as a person. Think what you will. It's how someone was treated in that situation, where he was trying to do his best in something that was in aspects was foreign to him, but he ran it like a corporation, and in a lot of ways it worked. And it wasn't.
Minorities had the lowest unemployment records ever.
He wasn't anti anybody's rights. He's very liberal, and it still didn't matter.
I only like Trump because he said things that the average guy like me would say.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's
especially
one of the things
these media types and all that. He talks like the rest of us,
and that helped in communicating to the working class, which I think you need a good attachment to the working class. There's been a separation between the classes that has just been noticeable, more and more noticeable, and getting wider for so very long. There's nothing wrong with that. So he wasn't an eloquent speaker, okay? Obama was a beautiful orator, and he was full of shit. So what does it matter? I'd rather have one honest asshole than 10 lying dicks in a row. You know what I mean? One person just telling me like it is, whether I liked it or not, and doing what had to be done in order to succeed, in order to thrive, in order to grow. And that's what he was doing. And it was not only was it completely foreign to the establishment, not only he was fighting against taking that money, he was about draining the swamp. God, there was a threat to all of their fucking pockets, every single damn politician, every fucking crooked cop, every crooked anybody. And in his last year, it's like one of the things that aren't talked about is in his last year, the U.S. Marshals did more arrests on child trafficking rings than ever before in the history. And like, how is that not noble? Why is that not getting recognition? Like, why have we not piggybacked off that, Biden? What's going on? I don't know.
I can give you a hint on that.
I can't wait for these debates, and I'm going to vote for them.
Establishment. Hey, I can give you the establishment is still hiding.
Still hiding what? You faded out there, Deej. And
the Epstein flight logs.
Oh, well. Go ahead.
I think there's a lot more people that had associations with him. You don't even need to talk about going to the island and playing with children. You can just basically say that enough people have done business and ignored where this man made his money from.
Right.
That I think if those books ever came out, that it would pretty much break Hollywood and the federal government. I'm not saying that I don't want to see him. Bam, like Area 51. I want them totally open.
Oh, go ahead and look at Area 51 because they don't store nothing there. They store it elsewhere.
Man, I wish they had trusted Trump enough to give him like the aliens, the flying saucer stuff. He was talking about that Space Force. I want the Space Force. Imagine if he actually had access. I can't imagine someone like Trump having access to, let's just say, black site, alien technology, hovercraft, whatever. Should it exist? Right. And not just going, hey guys, look at this. Just taking it out.
and that's the funny thing.
Cruise in it.
That's the funny thing, though. Out of all the military right now, Space Force is the only one making its quotas for recruitments.
Yep.
That's because they only need 10 people. It's Space Force. We don't even have
space
ships.
They need more than 10 people.
Space Force is a great idea. We need that. Like I enjoyed the idea of working toward creating some kind of presence in space, which would lead to commercial expansion and industrial expansion.
What would you
lead
do
to
for
space travel? A whole bunch of cool shit.
What would you do for camouflage for Space Force though? Black suits with little white dots all over it while you're floating around there in space.
You ever see the end of the video Sledgehammer from Peter Gabriel? That is what your outfit looks like. Thank you, Tina, for getting that. Go to the chat real quick. Yeah, Papa Cotton, exactly. Notice that stopped. That's kind of why I mentioned it. Why didn't they piggyback off of that? What is going on? Got Becky Broward. What's up, baby? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. Clay, how you doing, dude? Good to see you, sir. Yeah, man. Okay, so basically, yeah, going all the way back around, I was looking for any kind of talking points. I didn't even ask if there were any in this article. Sorry, but I was looking for just any talking points.
You want a talking point? Here was one that this harpy kept bouncing on. She kept asking about what his stance was on abortion. He laid it out pretty simple. He said that they would work out something that was agreeable to everybody.
Yeah, no one's going to have an agreeable to everybody.
5 times she kept going back. So you would sign a total abortion ban for the country.
Oh my
and
God,
that's not
agreeable. Nobody's agreeing on that. What are you talking about? What crack are you smoking? Are you serious? I wish we had that clip.
This harpy, all she was doing was trying to find sound bites so they could play for the Democrats,
of course,
to go against Trump.
Well, of
even
course,
though he laid out what he would do, that they would agree on this, and this, but then she'd go immediately back to you. So you'd sign a bill that banned abortion completely. He's like, that's not what I said. That's when he got really frustrated and just called her a nasty person.
Oh, a nasty person. Oh, he stood up for himself. Oh, she made him react. Listen, that's disgusting, and I can't believe he should have already expected that. It's CNN, for God's sakes. You know, I'm sure he was already prepped for this. He's already been through this. He knew that this was going to be one of their tactics. And I'm not surprised by it. Yeah, agreeable. Imagine, God, when you've got to defend yourself, something that's agreeable to everybody. First off, that's
I know a sound clip.
That's bullshit.
I know a sound clip. I know a sound clip you would. I know a sound clip you would have looked for, and I bet after I tell you this, you'll go find it too. He had a list in his pocket of everything that went on for January 6th. And he says, well, let me whip this out.
That was awesome. Yeah.
Oh, I need that.
I'm sure you will find that one because I figured you would love that part.
I absolutely need that.
Excuse me while I whip this out.
But I mean,
absolutely
Sorry.
Must have it. Sorry.
It was absolutely perfect because when she was trying to say, you waited 13 hours to do whatever, and he's like, okay, let's see. 24 hours before the event happened, he read exactly what he said. And then, okay, an hour before the, ceremony started, this is what I said. And, 2 hours into this is what I said. I mean, it was hysterical that she just kept trying to trip him up. And he's like, listen, I got the whole timeline here.
Look, I'm not trying to be a phobe or anything. I'm just asking if I see an Adam's apple. It's a little pronounced. I'm asking, Deej. Is that it? What am I looking at?
That could be. I don't know. I wasn't trying to check her out that close.
I wasn't looking at it like that, but I don't know. I naturally look now. I don't trust it. I don't trust it. It's all over. I don't trust it. Picture of anything. I don't trust it. Man, woman, turtle. I think Jesus Christ. I would. No, that's what I wanted to say. I'm sorry, Becky Broward. Guys, I'm sorry. I had 2 gummies. I'm high. Becky Broward says the Ukraine and Russia question annoyed me so much but I loved his answer. What part of that is she talking about, Deej?
Well, this moderator kept going on about if he would view Putin as a war criminal and everything else, and Trump pointed out you can't sit there and start to say that right away, or Putin's just not going to back down and try to make some agreement. He's going to double down and attack more. Which makes perfect sense.
And she kept what?
And she just kept going off on that, and you're not going to say he's a war criminal. It was the same shit all
Trying
through
to
the whole time.
trying to make him proclaim something.
Yep, trying to get him to proclaim something when he's like, you don't do that in a negotiation. You don't start off by calling someone that you're negotiating with the worst thing you can. You got to negotiate first.
That's what a far leftist does. You understand what's going on right now. Can you imagine? I would love to like the Matrix to just trip, and then all of a sudden Trump is like Einstein, and he just says everything. So there's slight because you know it's in there. It just doesn't translate through the filters. But if he could do that succinctly, that would be the best fucking minute on this earth, because you know what he's saying. Like they're trying to gaslight, really is what they're trying to do, and make him paint him into a corner, like shame you for, do you believe in this, do you believe in this, why are you accusing me, something, so what's wrong with you? I can't stand the way they treat this guy, and wouldn't mind if it was just normal, if it was just an aggressive interview. We've seen aggressive interviews that had some modicum of respect. You don't, when you go to CNN, you got to expect that vitriol. To me, they've always come off as extremists for the last 6 years. Just everything is an extreme. It's not reporting the news; it's reporting your opinion. And if you don't agree with my opinion, I'm going to yell at you, and I'm going to ask you the same thing 10 times over until you agree with me. That's childlike. I don't understand how this is a major news corporation. I don't get it.
It was really comical because then she started pressing him on the border and asked him if he'd start throwing kids back in cages again. And he goes, what, like Obama did?
Go Trump. He's got the quips. Real quick, I want to say hi to, what's up, lovely Sherry? Thank you for coming in the chat. Appreciate you. And anybody else stop by? I don't think I missed anybody. Good to see you. I don't know. Anything more we want to cover in this article, or anything more to discuss about?
Not really, because I'm tired of looking at that woman's face.
Yeah, Tina, look, this is why
I'm sorry.
You're really messing us up right now.
I'm sorry, but if I scroll too far down, then you get all this
At EHOs. I mean, we'll take you.
Yeah.
We'll take some of them. Mix it in a little bit. Can you pepper us with it? We're heterosexuals, okay? Thank you.
At least these look better than last week's EHOs, except for that Corinne Jean-Pierre thing. I don't really want to look at her.
Jean-Pierre, what? I don't know. Okay.
The bottom left one.
Yeah,
which one?
The president's
bottom left.
Oh, okay.
Press secretary.
Oh.
So if we scroll down, but then it gets worse.
No, we don't want
to. See, that's why I'm saying,
It looks like I understand what they're trying to say. Beautiful family, but it just looks like children exploded from their all over the place. I can't. No, it's like Alien or something. Yeah. So let's see. Becky said, Tina, you could tell that that annoyed the moderator.
Oh yeah, I mean, to just say that he wants people to stop dying. I mean, it's almost like somebody actually sat down with them and said, "Okay, here are your talking points, and try not to get emotional." And I think he was able to accomplish it pretty well.
Mm-hmm. Well done, thank you. So Beetlejuice 2, we'll do that next.
Yep.
Beetlejuice.
Appreciate you guys so much for being here and hanging out with us. There's so many good creators that are out there broadcasting right now, doing podcasts, playing games, whatever it is they're doing. Make sure to support your favorite independent creator. Share out that link and smash the like. And next up is Beetlejuice 2. Man, I don't know can I be excited for this? Am I allowed, guys? Am I too old? Am I allowed to be excited for this?
You can be excited.
This could have happened 25, 30 years ago. What's going on? I do like the fact that a couple of the actors that have been, or one of the actors that's been named is going to play in it, I think will fit. William Dafoe. William Dafoe is going to be in this, Deej.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I think that's pretty bad. Anything he's in, I'm excited for. He's a great actor.
But then again, we're also getting Wednesday Addams in this too.
I think she'll be a perfect to be Lydia's daughter.
Yeah, I think so too. I agree. This is okay. I'm gonna read it. I guess. Should I read it?
It's up to
Can you read?
I don't know. They're really
you have
small.
had a couple of gummies, so
The words are really small.
Okay, I can read if that would help.
Would you? Okay, cool. Thanks. I'm sorry.
All right. Beetlejuice sequel gets release date, cast, and creative team. Someone said the B word. Warner Brothers has announced that a sequel to Beetlejuice is happening, and it now has a release date, September 6th of 2024, the same day as Marvel's Blade reboot. Wow. Tim Burton will return to direct, as will Michael Keaton in the title role, and Winona Ryder as Lydia Deetz. Jenna Ortega will join them as Lydia's daughter, and as will Justin Theroux in an undisclosed role. Alfred Duff, I don't know how to pronounce that, and Miles Millar will write the script, and Danny Elfman will be back to compose the score. There is no word on what the plot will be yet.
All right. So yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to it. Let's see. Oh, you can read the rest of it if you'd like to.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry.
I didn't know if you wanted to comment at all anymore on the actors. But...
No, I was reaching for something and just wouldn't shut up. Sorry.
No problem.
Don't ask what he's reaching for.
It's my water, DJ.
That's swell, I guess. I love Beetlejuice, and I was able to see it in a theater this past October, which was a ton of fun, especially seeing little kids in costumes and knowing that some of the greats still transcend generations. But I really don't want the sequel. Beyond the track record of revisiting movies made over 30 years ago, Beetlejuice doesn't need a sequel. It's a singular story about this undead couple learning to live with the new owners of their home, with a trickster god villain caught in the middle. It's hilarious, it's spooky, it's more heartfelt than you'd think, it's wildly imaginative, and it's awesome. This movie will have almost none of those characters. Adam and Barbara Maitland won't be around because they died in their early 30s. And Alec Baldwin and Gina Davis are now in their 60s. And while Catherine O'Hara is still doing stuff, Jeffrey Jones is unavailable. On one hand, that's good because their arcs were completed in Beetlejuice. On the other, the movie was mostly about them, with Beetlejuice as the catalyst for chaos. I totally agree with that. Lydia is now an adult, which can go wrong if this isn't written extremely well. And Alfred Goh and Miles Millar do not exactly have an impeccable track record. Jenna Ortega's casting makes sense because she looks like a mini Lydia, but will she just feel like a Lydia knockoff? I'm glad that Tim Burton, Danny Elfman, and Michael Keaton are all involved, but there's only so much that even these guys can do with a movie that probably shouldn't exist. I'd rather see them all team up again for something original instead of reliving their past. But Beetlejuice was next on the list, so this was inevitable one way or the other. It'll be funny if this thing destroys Blade at the box office, though.
I read elsewhere that Catherine is in this movie too.
Oh, really? Okay. I hadn't heard anything.
I read a different article that wasn't from Geeks and Gamers, and they do have Catherine listed in this movie.
Okay. Are you excited, Deej?
I'm more excited than watching the Blade reboot.
I haven't really heard much about the Blade reboots, but is it this? I don't know. Popcon says you can be excited, but you know it's going to suck. Let's get real. You're so negative. You think it's
come on
suck?
now. Ghostbusters Afterlife was awesome.
Afterlife was okay.
I liked Afterlife.
No, I'm not saying it was bad.
It was better than the second Ghostbuster movie.
You think it was wait. You think it was better than Ghostbusters 2?
Yeah. Definitely better than 2.
Which one are you talking about?
Number 2. I'm not talking about that crap shithole thing of 2016. I don't count that damn thing.
Oh, okay. I was just making sure. Deej.
Come on. It was Afterlife was better than the Dancing Toaster.
Yes. Okay. What? All right. So
he can't even remember what Ghostbusters 2 was, folks.
I remember it. I know what you're talking about.
The mood slime.
Yeah. And they turned into positive slime. They made good slime out of it. That spooge was powerful.
And
they moved a 100-foot lady.
And then they got sequel to Ghostbuster Afterlife coming out, supposedly at the end of next year too. This year.
I'm sorry, guys. Beth, I can't even right now. I can't even right now with you. You don't understand. I found gummies, and I can't.
Another gummy.
Choo-choo, baby. You're my twin train wreck. I can't think of a single thing to joke about our twin toxicity creating love goblins. I don't even know what to say. All right, but I appreciate you being here. You caught me at the wrong moment, Beth. This is your fault, Beth. You caught me at the wrong moment. It's good to see you, sweetheart. Thank you for stopping by. That's Beth is my buddy. She's freaking awesome.
Hey, Papa Cotton's sitting there dancing toaster. See, he don't even remember Ghostbusters 2 when they put the slime in the toaster and played "Your Love Has Lifted Me Higher," and the damn toaster danced around.
Mm-hmm.
I have a complete blank over the second movie.
Really?
No, that sounds familiar. Yeah.
At the end of it, they put enough of the mood slime on the damn Statue of Liberty to get her to walk around.
It was one of those films that came out during that early weird time of 90s rap from like 90 to 91 and like died off really quick. You know, it has that certain sound to it.
I was in college, had no money, working 3 jobs while going to school, so I don't remember much of the early 90s, and not for a cool reason either.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you're still with us, Tina. Tina, what do you think? Are you excited or are you interested?
You know, I will watch it when it comes out, but I do fear that it can't live up to the original. You know, I mean, like I said, I'll watch it. I like everybody who's starring in it that I've seen so far, and I think it would be very interesting to see it go up against Blade, but Blade seems to be cursed at this point because Idris Elba is not happy with the script, and now they're rewriting the script, and who the hell knows. And also they haven't mentioned whether or not it'll be R-rated. I'm thinking they're waiting until it gets closer to Deadpool coming out before that they determine PG-13 or R, but I can't see a Blade being PG-13 ever.
Well, I love the originals. Well, okay, I like the first 2 a lot. And Blade, I haven't heard enough about it. The actor that was playing Cottonmouth, is he going to be Blade from Iron Man?
Luke Cage.
Luke Cage,
is
yes,
what you're saying. And you know what? I don't remember who the actor was from Luke Cage because we didn't finish that season. So.
Oh, okay. Well, you missed out. Luke Cage is good.
No, I very much enjoyed it. I mean, I thought all of the series were good. I mean, Iron Fist, had some casting issues, but other than that,
Iron Fist was the worst.
Wait,
it was the worst. Absolutely agree.
Casting issues? Is that how you're going to describe that? That what we got in Iron Fist? What were they thinking? Like, can we get a martial artist, please? Can we get a martial artist, please? There are a lot there's white martial artists out there that can do this job. Please, can we have something that resembles? I have no problem with the actor. He's not his part. That was not his role.
Right.
And I have enjoyed him in other parts, and I think it's a shame. I saw in that second season he really was trying. He really was trying. I'll give him credit. He was trying to be, but that was one of the most biggest disappointments for me. I had liked the universe they were building at Netflix at the time. I like Jessica Jones. I like Luke Cage and Daredevil. Daredevil was shit.
Punisher was kick ass.
Who what?
Punisher was kick ass.
I think that it was done. It was done so wrong. There was like only one episode where Iron Fist even was good, and I think it was in an episode of Luke Cage. I think it was in the last season of Luke Cage when they were together. I guess there's a different writer, perhaps, but their interaction in that one episode was like, why couldn't we have gotten 2 seasons of this? I'm sorry.
They threw them all together.
She said casting choices. Tina, please, what are the other critiques you might have for Iron Fist?
You know me, I try to find the good and everything. I mean, I love the character who played the nurse. She was also in Daredevil and Luke Cage. I I think, I mean, I like the characters that played his, his sister and his brother, especially in the first season, or not sister and brother. They were like stepsisters or, I can't remember, step siblings. So, I mean, I think that honestly, it was just an issue with the main characters casting, casting, sorry.
Yeah. Writing too. I think, but yeah, the casting was the biggest part. I think it would have been entirely different if they had I don't know, anybody better. DJ, what'd you think? For God's sakes, save us. We're
Iron
trying.
Fist sucked.
Damn it! We were trying to find rays of hope, or things that were good about it. That's not what we were looking for.
No, there was nothing good about Iron Fist.
Nothing
good about Iron Fist.
Some of the casting was really done well.
The only
writing might not have been good, but
the two best shows was Daredevil and Punisher. That was
Punisher
the two
really
best.
Agreed. I mean, my favorite was Jessica Jones, but it was the chick superhero thing. But and I kind of like her. I liked her background story more than anybody else's in that group. So.
Yeah, I don't think the entire show was terrible. DJ, all right, it doesn't all need to get flushed down the toilet. All right, hater. It wasn't all.
Hey, I was
bad.
all positive earlier in this stream.
You were positive. You know what? And then Papa Khan come through. I'm not watching any more reboots or remakes or sequels. Hollywood is creatively retarded. You just can't, and that was it. I knew it. I knew the energy had shifted. Thank you, Papa. We had DJ Odyssey actually positive there for a hot minute, man. He was jovial. By the way, guys, there is a GoFundMe posted in the chat. If you would please be so kind as donate to it, so that we can get this man into a slave Leia costume. We'll be doing
and
be doing us a favor.
$0 made. $0 made. Nobody wants to see that.
We didn't talk about it enough, DJ. That's the problem. We didn't discuss this. We didn't discuss this enough. And I'm sorry about that. We need to promote this, guys. Please put the link out. DJ's fundraiser. Really, it's to help him recoup some money he had lost early in, and that's the real reason that we're trying to do this for him. But also, just think about it, guys. How embarrassed would you? I mean, how stunning and brave would it be to see a fellow creator in this community get up before everyone?
You keep blowing it though, because you keep talking about my bunghole getting shaved and everything else. Nobody wants any of that.
DJ, just take it, man. Just accept it. This is how we're going to get you money.
That's cutting into the profit margin too to recoup the truck price too, because then there has to be travel time and everything else to this. And
Spring Harding said he'd do it for free. He'd do it for free. He is helping out a brother. He is. You don't understand the brotherly love.
Completely different states.
Yeah.
Somebody has to use money for travel time.
Tina, could you bring up the Acolyte, please?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Let's get off the slave Leia thing.
I was trying to. I was waiting for Tina to do that, but then I forgot to tell her. And so I was.
Because you've had too many gummies, Walton. Time. You've had too many gummies.
I'm fine, bro. I am fine, bro. I am good. All right, let's talk about Lord Farquaad for a minute. Please, Tina.
With a couple of weeks left of filming and a year's worth of post-production, there's only so much Leslye Headland can tell us about her upcoming series, The Acolyte. The showrunner talked to Empire Magazine as part of their 20-page coverage on the Star Wars franchise, featured in their summer 2022 issue, and expanded upon some of the things she was able to tease during Star Wars Celebration. Via our Star Wars leaks, Headland revealed during the convention that her one-line pitch to Kathleen Kennedy for The Acolyte was Frozen meets Kill Bill. Now she added the following: "It's sort of a joke, but it was my elevator speech to Kathleen Kennedy. I want to take that revisionist version of female villains that you see in a fairy tale media and tell it through their lenses." So she also insisted that the focus will be on female villains, which hits close to home for her. when I was a young queer girl, I was just hanging out with Ursula, the sea witch from The Little Mermaid. As a queer girl growing up, if you don't identify with the heroes and the villains show up and they're all queer coded, you're like, yes, that's me. As a queer filmmaker, you're going to see some camp inevitably. But I would say that tonally, our references are darker. What do you got to say about that?
Oh, God, I have a lot to. I don't want to say that. This woman, what is wrong? She's going to give us it's going to be a bunch of lesbians cutting off penises, Jedi penises. This is what we're going to get in the Acolyte. That is what I am predicting. They're all going to be unruly and large and look like they just got out of Wendy's. And and they're going to be able to do amazing shit. All right, these fat chicks are going to be able to jump backwards. They're going to do splits. They're going to be able to fucking call the force at will. All right, dyads everywhere. Just finger dyads banging one another across the freaking universe. And they're all there. That's their mission. They're going to be hunting down dicks, Jedi dicks. The Jedi are not as good as you think. That's why they all went celibate, because the whole order was ashamed because these lesbians, these evil lesbians came through and cut off all their dicks. And it's been a stigma in the Jedi mind for a while. And that's why they don't have kids now. It's not actually, they can't reproduce. It's because of these bitches, these evil, fat, greasy bitches. They're going to come through and they're going to represent the best in America. And they're going to be something your daughter should look up to. Okay. So get ready. It's coming, America. Leslye Headland, the Acolyte. I can't wait for this shit. What do you think, Deej?
I'll pass.
That's it. I went on a diatribe, and that's all you can summon.
Yep. Trying to be positive.
You son of a bitch. What do you think, Tina?
I'm not even sure if I'm going to watch this one. I mean, I might if there's really nothing on, but there's so much good TV that I know I should be watching, such as, Babylon 5. It only has 5 seasons and easy to catch up on. But, I just.
Well, technically 6 if you watch the spinoff.
Oh, okay. It's good to know there was a spinoff.
Yeah, but it only lasted 1 season.
What was the pitch she said to Kennedy? I know there's a quote in here. I thought it was the funniest damn thing. It was something in Kill Bill. What's it called?
It was Frozen meets Kill Bill.
Frozen meets Kill Bill.
Yep.
Oh man, we're aiming.
So they're going to be singing while they cut the Jedi penises.
Are they singing? They're going to be singing about cutting dicks off.
I think so. I think where she's coming.
World.
I think where she's coming with this is in Frozen. I believe we're supposed to think that Queen Elsa is lesbian, and Kill Bill also, both included very strong, powerful women. So
she's thinking femme butch power couple. That's what she's thinking.
That I don't know about, but I know she definitely wants to show. It would be interesting. Does she really want to show some badass female villains without the backstory that you're supposed to, forgive them for being villains for? That's what I'm worried, because that's pretty much what they did with Disney's Maleficent, where, they made the evil queen someone you're supposed to feel sorry about.
Oh my Lord. Well, that sounds about right. Or from the description, it could be like a waitress and a truck driver lesbian, just going through the universe, angry, toxic, slightly abusive, and cutting off Jedi dicks. Creating an order of other lesbian, whatever they are.
Oh, and the time prophet is correct that if I don't watch The Acolyte, that means I will lose my Bad Take Bojan title, because apparently I must watch it and then.
Oh, really?
And then tell everyone how much I loved it.
Wow. With Beth, just accept it and be grateful. Yes. I mean, no, God, no. Papa Khan says, I've got a pinned tweet that is a better use of your money than putting a fat guy in a bikini. Listen, Papa, you're being negative about this. All right, be positive. We're trying to help. This is a positive thing, Papa. Don't be negative.
Yeah, I'm tired of eating ramen noodles all the time because I'm so far in debt right now.
And it's a good thing.
I've been out trying to find a part-time job, and nobody will hire me because all my medical issues that ask.
All right, you're not wearing your costumes out though when you.
No, I'm not. I'm dressing normal.
Okay, all right. I just had to ask. I'm just looking out for my.
I don't even tell them that I have a YouTube channel because that'd really blow it if they watch that.
Speaking of blowing it, Tom Prophet says gays don't like to use the word queer. It is a slur. It always has been. Between themselves, it's not. I've been around. I'm sure of gay women in my life, and they use that. Actually, it's amongst the 30 plus ones. It's kind of like a joke between each other. But don't say it. It's like the N word sometimes. Don't say it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
I think nowadays, though, that I think they're classifying queer as different from being lesbian or different from being gay.
Yeah, it means something different, right? It means like you're growing a third arm out of your ass or something, whatever gender they've imagined, isn't it?
I don't know. I'm bad about that.
I'm sorry. You don't know your genders? You don't know the list, Tina? What the hell's going on here? What are you trying to say? Why have you not educated yourself?
Apparently, I'm a bigoted old lady. So
hey, I go by the time-old phrase: boys have a penis, girls have a vagina.
Common sense turned into bigotry. Deed, you're ejected. We can't have that. We can't have that. That's not the truth. I don't give a rat's ass, really. I just wanted to make fun of it. And I'm honestly, when I was looking up things, and I saw the way that you described it, I said, "Oh God, it's it. This is going to be awful. It's going to be what we expect from Leslye Headland." And it's it's more garbage. If they want to flush more money down, flush more money. Tina's going to watch it. Tina's going to take the hit for all of us. Tina's going to take the hit for all of us. Thank you, Tina. She's going to watch it, and she's going to give us reviews every week, and we are going to just talk shit while she's trying to give the review. We're going to be negative.
Don't lie, Steven. You're secretly going to watch it too, just because.
I'm not. I haven't watched Mandalorian. I didn't watch that.
At least I did.
I'm glad somebody did. Why are you giving me shit then? What if I did watch this? Are you trying to say that I'm like a lesbian? Like, what are you trying to say?
Well, I am. I'm a lesbian bunny of color.
I'm done with DJ. I'm done with you today.
Hey, I always felt safer on a girl's bicycle.
Tom Prophet says, see, I know a few gay people who hate it. Yeah. Well, yeah, there are some who do. In Britain, it's going to just go gay people queer. Yeah. Well, I mean, that is over there. Y'all do things a little different over there. That's why we fought for independence. And see what Ryan did to me? Oh my God. I'm talking shit to British people now. That's what Ryan did to me. See, I'm letting you know. You need to shut him up. The Time Prophet. You need to have a talk with Ryan. Let him know, like peace between the Atlantic. Okay, please, just calm him down. Brit to Brit. Thank you. Papa says, to be honest, I'm kind of sick of gay people. Well, stop eating them, or I don't know. What are you doing? Like, maybe it's time to
change your diet.
Change your diet, bro. Love you, Papa. Benjamin with Best says, in a very basic sense, anyone who is not heterosexual and or cisgender is considered queer. All right, see, now we're getting into the dynamic. These are the things that Tina should know. Thank you, Beth. Thank you very much, Tina. Listen, Beth is trying to teach you about this. This is what this means. So now you know.
And I'm absolutely ashamed because I'm supposed to work for a company that creates DEIB training, and I forgot my designation. So I'm a bad person.
Well, I don't even understand at least one of the words in this sentence, so I'm a little lost myself. What is this cisgender thing? Why do they keep? Why? I don't want it. If that's like a gift, no, thank you. I don't want it.
Apparently, straight is a word that you're not allowed to use because anyone who's not straight, it would be considered, I don't know, bent, and that would be wrong to call someone like that bent is unnatural or something. I don't know. So.
Hey, I'm straight and I'm proud of it.
If they're bent because I'm straight, then they can be bent straight up. I don't care. No, I'm straight. I like being straight. There's no problem with that. Most of the world population is. We don't kink shame here. We know y'all got some crazy, things that you like to do. But, for the most part, most of us are putting tab A into slot B. So I don't need a label. I already got one. I know normal. That's how I define it. I mean, I'm not trying to say nobody is normal that didn't like that, but that's normal for me. It's straight, being straight. I don't need cisgender. I don't need to be renamed, relabeled, recategorized, put in a whole different fucking group just so that you feel better about your fifis. No, thank you. But as far as homos go, I don't care. Homosexuals, anybody, live your life the way you want to live your life. But the real important thing to understand is that Tina did not know this, and she's supposed to teach this. So, Beth, you have now exposed a problem. Thank you for helping and being a part of this community. That was a healing experience. Tina, you should thank Beth. Thank Beth for helping you.
Thank you, Beth, for helping me.
See, there we go.
I will do better next time.
Look who's been
HR
quiet.
will be getting a hold of Tina on Monday.
Papa says that cis is a term to marginalize normal people. Norm McDonald.
God bless Norm.
Yo, yes. Thank you, Papa. Thank you. I love you guys. Thank you guys so much. Oh, what's up, Horny Alf? How you doing, man? Hail the Legion of Memers. Good to see you, dude. We're just closing up. Actually, we're just wrapping up. We're wrapping it up after putting it into Disney Star Wars. Leslye Headland.
And wrapped it up before you stuck it into Disney. You might catch something.
We've got all our penicillin shots ready. We're good to go. As soon as we shut this down, it's going to scrub the entire system. And but nobody wants to watch it, really. Horny Alf. And frankly, I think it's going to be a bunch of space lesbians cutting off dicks. Really, that's what I think it is, and I'm not really interested in that. But Tina is going to review this for us, Horny Alf. Please let the Legion know that Tina will be reviewing this because nobody's going to want to watch this in the entire community. This is all on Tina's shoulders, and she's going to bring us the exhilarating details of the Acolyte. And while she tries to do the review, we are just not going to let her. We're just going to keep talking trash. So I'm looking forward to this game of can Tina finish the review. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. Good to see you, dude. What's up, Sean? Good to see you, brother.
I could think of something worse, though. We could make Tina watch the entire thing and then quit reviewing it after the first episode.
No.
I have I've got the OC flashbacks. Oh no.
This is a season-long event, brother. Oh my god. Just got off a game stream. Guys, Horny Alf has a Twitch, I believe. I believe you have wrench. There you go. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Guys, please, if you watch Twitch, go subscribe to him, go follow him, whatever it is they do over there, and support our brother. He's been in the community for years, and he's been in a lot of chats. Very good person. And I don't want to talk about Leslye Headland anymore or Tina's pronouns. I'm pretty much done. I think we're going to wrap it up because there's a lot of good streams that are coming up. And are you guys going to any streams after this?
No, I'm going to go back and finish watching Eureka.
Okay, good for you.
I'm watching some good shows, not crap that they're playing nowadays.
Well, I'll be listening to a little bit of Scott and a little bit of ETEP's stream. Oh, actually, no, ETEP's busy this weekend. So I'll be watching Scott's stream while I try and figure out what to feed my hungry boys. One just came home from the work. The other one's been doing yard work, and the husband disappeared somewhere. So I'm guessing he's thinking I gotta do traditional mom role or some BS and find us food. So gotta go do that.
All right. Guys, can we please... Oh, fucking Mr. Tickle Truck decided to goddamn say something again. I'm sorry. Yep.
He has not watched Warehouse 13 or Eureka?
They're both
Excuse
beautiful.
me?
They're awesome.
No, I haven't seen it. I guess now I'm getting pressured, Mr. Tickle Truck.
And you have to watch... You have to watch both because they do crossovers.
Yeah. Okay. All right. No, actually, I watched an episode of Warehouse 13. Only one. Sorry. But I'll watch it.
Oh, the H.G. Wells character is just brilliant in Warehouse 13. Absolutely. And Horny Elf did remind us that That's Talking is on tonight. I believe is it 9 or 10 Eastern? You'll have to remind me.
I think it's
Horny
9
Elf.
Eastern.
Okay.
I believe so.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Right. Cool. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
See, Mr. Tickletrunk points out Warehouse 13 has a lot of Wiccan stuff and energy and woo-woo like you do.
Very true.
Awesome. Oh, down. All right, cool. All right. He called me out in front of the other geeks, and all the geeks said, oh, sorry, I'm going to watch it. Okay. No, I appreciate you guys. I forgot what I was going to say. Yeah, me. Yo, Scott, you do me a favor. Do me a favor. Just do me a favor and go over to Scott's channel, even just for a second. You ain't got to stay. Just go over there and say, #pitiful Walton raid. Just do that. All right. I just feel like it needs to be like 5 or 6. You know, not even all of you got to go. You don't even all have to go. Just go there and just #pitiful Walton raid. And I would appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you guys for being here. Anything you guys are doing this week you want to promote before we sign off?
All I got coming up is tomorrow night with Chris Knight. We're doing Jackbox again.
Awesome.
That's the only thing I can think of.
Check out the Real Review 3000, guys, if you want to see more DJ Odyssey over there. And Tina, where are you going to be, sweetie?
I might be on Vinny Art's channel tomorrow night. It all depends on how many guests he's got coming and what I'm doing that late in the evening. And otherwise, I will see you guys on Wednesday on Sporking News Podcast, Wednesday Dump. Remember, the best Scott stream is the stream without Scott.
Yes.
So come see us on Wednesdays.
Awesome, Tina. Thank you so much.
I also just dropped Sporking's live stream link. So everybody, please run over, do the Pitiful Walton raid.
It's pitiful. He'll love it.
I think I'm supposed to sing this too for memes. The best part of waking up is Walton's coffee up your butt.
What? Oh, what? We bringing that back? Wow, we bringing it back 2 years ago.
Oh, wow. That's an oldie but a goodie.
That is 2 rogues ago, man. What do you know? No, we ain't doing that. That has roots in the 4th wave. I don't want that. No, I don't want that. No, why? Why would I? Well, that is so disgusting. I can't.
Well, hey, you want people to shave my butt, so they might as well stick coffee up yours.
Listen, there's a far cry, bro, from getting your butt shaved to shoving something up your ass. There's a big freaking difference there, man. Okay, one is the tactile. You're just touching. The other one is penetrating.
We'll fill the bidet up with some coffee for you.
All right. Ew. I'm gonna see a water fountain one day at work, just out of nowhere, and it's gonna like have coffee coming out of it, and I'm gonna think of Tina. I'm done. I love you guys.
You're welcome, memes.
Good night, everybody.
We out of here.
You had told us at a town hall, I think it was in July, that the